Hey guys, today we're going to be welding directly over slag. Now we're going to be using some 045 Dual Shield Flux Core wire made by Blue Demon Weld. For shielding gas, we're going to use some straight CO2, and on the welding machine we're going to set it to about 350 on the wire feed speed and about 25 volts. Now before I get hammered in the comments section with all this hate and discontent about welding directly over slag, I wouldn't do it. I don't suggest you do it. I believe you should clean your welds after every pass, especially for a multi-pass weld. I'm only doing this test here so I can see what happens if you do. I want to see what's inside the weld with the items that I have here around the garage. Now, I also want to point out that there are other processes that produce slag, like stick welding or some self-shielded flux core wire. However, for this test, we're going to stick to some gas-shielded flux core wire. So, let's do it.
I will be putting a multi-pass weld on these 3 coupons, 3 passes to be exact. The first 2 coupons, I will weld all 3 passes without cleaning anything. The third coupon, I will clean only the first pass, and then welding over the slag the second and third pass.
Alright, here we go. This joint here, 3 passes, back to back without cleaning. Three coupons there. I cut them into 3 even pieces so we can get 2 macros out of each weld. Alright, and what I'm going to use is a 40 grit flap disc, 60, and then this woven disc, non-woven disc, right? And then to bring out the weld nugget, we're going to use some rust dissolver naval jelly made by Loctite, and some Q-tips and some tissue just in case it gets all messy.
I actually skipped the 40 grit flap disc and went straight to the 60 grit flap disc followed by the non-woven disc just to save some time and some flap discs on my side. I bought this naval jelly from AutoZone, but you can also find it at Lowe's or Home Depot.
Now this stuff works really good adding a little bit of heat, but I just finished cutting them off with the chop saw, and there's still a little bit of heat in there, but if we need it, it's just like a little butane lighter or a MAP torch, something like that. Oh man, I'm really liking some of these. They're coming out real nice. So as we let this naval jelly soak into the base metal here, what I want to point out is that after I chopped them up, I didn't really see any obvious signs of slag inclusions in there, which I thought I was going to get slag inclusions right from the get-go, right? But there isn't any obvious slag inclusions. I think that I could have ran this a little bit hotter, and as you can see, I paint pen this side out because I was doing some test runs, fine-tuning the wire, seeing what sounded great, and I turned it up a little bit more from what that was, but we'll focus on this side here. Oh yeah.
Now if you're going to do this yourself, I wouldn't go crazy with adding so much heat, because once you put this naval jelly on there, it can kind of glaze over it and create this glaze to the point where it's kind of hard for you to see the weld nugget.
Okay, so what we're looking here is at the coupon that I welded 3 passes back to back without chipping the slag. I don't see any slag inclusions in there. There's pretty good penetration. However, I think I would have turned up the settings a little bit more. And what I can see is the weld nugget for the second and the third pass on the cap pass, right? They're not stacked properly, right? There's like actually a little valley that runs down there. There you go. There's a valley that runs down there, and that's not proper stacking of beads, right? And that's what I got from welding directly over slag. You can't really see the toe of this second pass, right, when you're putting the third one in there.
Now here's a close-up of the first coupon, 3 passes, no cleaning at all.
Now let's take a look at this second coupon. This was welded 3 passes without chipping the slag, just welding directly over it, alright?
And here's a close-up for that second one.
The next coupon, we welded the first pass, chipped the slag off, and then ran the top 2 passes back to back without chipping the slag. See if it made a difference.
And from the 3 macros, I definitely like this one the best.
Alright guys, there you have it. We welded directly over slag, we cut and etched the 3 coupons, and took a look inside the weld, and surprisingly I didn't find any slag entrapment or any major defects for that matter. I still wouldn't recommend you welding directly over slag. I don't think it's a good weld habit. I think you should clean your welds after every pass. But if you have a suggestion of another way to do this test or a different test you would like to see, put it in the comments below. Like and share the video, and thanks for watching my little experiment here.